For today, we're going to mount the base. Motor goes on top. This is an adjustable base. You can see how it raises up. Move the motor forward towards where the pillow blocks will be off screen here. Motor sits on top. Lowers back down to adjust the tension. Just like in lap 4, we're mounting the same arrangement of base, motor, pillow blocks, pruning brake, except this time instead of a belt sheath, belt drive, we will switch over to a gear and sprocket drive. The first step here, of course, is mounting the adjustable base using 4 bolts, 3/8 by 2 inches, the typical hardware, 2 flat washers, lock washer, nut, just like in lap 4. Refer to lap 4's description on how to mount the bolts, and after mounting the bolts, something not in the book, watch out for soft foot. We still have to do soft foot on the base as well as doing soft foot on the motor. Any part of it can rock, puts extra tension on the motor and moves it. I'll go ahead and drop in the nuts and bolts and we'll progress on to the motor. The next step is mounting the motor to the base. For this we will use 5/16 by 1.5 inch hardware. Your textbook recommends 1 inch, but 1.5 inches will give you the necessary thread height to get the nuts fully on. Now careful, just like in lap 4, to watch out for is these bolts should be mounted from underneath to stick up. Opposite of what you've been doing with the heads on top, this time the head's underneath. And for entering the bolts in, it's easier to do it when this is flat. Enter from this side and from the back side after raising the back, then put the bolts in from the back. I usually would do the bolts front because it's a little bit more level, and now I'll go ahead and proceed to put the bolts in before we proceed to our next step. The next step is to soft foot the motor, and then after soft footing the motor, level the shaft. Leveling the shaft, feeler gauge, level, use just like you did in lap 4. I'll go ahead and continue on with the shimming of the motor. Again, shim should go between the motor mount and the base for leveling the motor. We just only need to level the shaft. Once this is leveled, we're done with this leveling. There's no more alignment issues until we finally get the rest of the system together. So go ahead and proceed with that.